Okay, guys.
Berries is in the building.
It probably be like nobody watching the show today.
They looking for it to come on at 11:30 p.m.
I had 11:30 p.m.
The notification just popped up. We're in the building.
I mean, look, guys. Okay, so
it's Friday.
When you like doing all this by yourself, like content creating and all that kind of stuff, child, look,
it's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
I probably wouldn't have never started.
Right. It is a lot of work when you're doing it by yourself. And
I'm just saying.
And nobody that knows that this show starts at 11:30 a.m. didn't say nothing like, Miss Ty, you doing 11:30 at night now?
You even looked that far.
Nobody didn't say nothing. Mm-hmm. But at least on the thumbnail and everything, I had 11:30 a.m.
I'm about to share.
So if y'all catch it on the replay, praise the Lord. It just totally just like, I'm sorry, guys. It's a lot when you do it by yourself.
Eugene Steele is in the building.
Hey, Eugene. Eugene, I had the wrong time on the show. I had 11:30 p.m. People probably thought I was coming on tonight. But yeah, it's a lot when you're doing, because I'm doing the content thing, not only just for my shows, I'm doing it for 2 other people's shows as well. Mm-hmm. I have to do it for King James show, and now Kyle has a show on Monday, so I'm doing the stuff for his show. Okay. So and then I got my own business, my own personal business, and then I'm working for the people. Those people. For the people. Them cloak and dagger people too. And I got the autism initiative going too. Look, my hands is busy.
When you say octopus, come on, Cancer, come through.
I mean, oh my God.
How y'all do?
Hi, y'all.
Some signs are capable and some are not.
Yeah. And then, Mr. Caleb starts school on Friday. Not Friday. He starts school on Monday. See, I would have took my kid to school Friday.
Lord,
I need to
school the first week.
I'm just all over the place. Like, Lord help me. Oh my God, I need an assistant.
Like sister wives.
I mean,
when you think about some things, sometimes it may be beneficial.
When you think about it, I mean, because that should be a show that we do, sis, too. Mm-hmm. When you actually think about it.
Done it before.
Mm-hmm. And
I wish I had this mindset 15 to 18 years ago. I'm not even gonna lie. But we're not even taught to think that way.
Yes, exactly.
Accept it. Like I said last night, we're all taught to share, but don't share our mates.
Mm-hmm. I drank a 40. Let's act right. Why are you drinking 40s early in the daytime?
I mean, Bronx is the BX, the boogie down.
But yeah, if you actually think about it, it's like, when we look at it at first, and we only look at it as from the sexual standpoint, I don't want to share my man type thing.
Absolutely.
But you really don't look at the, the actual benefits of,
and I think that's the biggest fear.
The way this world is about to be set up. Look, let's all move to a compound.
I mean, just logically, it's not enough. It's not enough money for the amount of women.
It's not just to a compound, and we just live off the grid or something. I don't know.
People are doing.
Oh my goodness! Yes, they are.
Hue doesn't look like ours.
Okay.
Not as much, but it is happening.
Yeah, I mean,
to each his own.
Yeah, that's
some it works, some it doesn't.
Yeah, some people, some will get into it and some won't. Let me drop the link now, so I won't have to worry about that.
Welcome on.
Like I forgot
to watch it from afar, right, sis? Welcome to YouTube.
Yeah, it's a lot. And I know a lot of people like, oh, I want to get into the YouTube thing, the podcasting thing. Child, it is a lot of work.
Yeah, it's a lot of prep.
A lot of prep. Once you get the what you want to talk about, you want to get, I like to get, a lot of details and references and stuff like that before I just spew out anything.
Right.
And so you got to pull that together. Find, if you want to get clips, you got to find clips that fit what you're talking about. Then you have to edit those so you won't get copyright strike. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work, y'all. It is not easy peasy. Hey, Andrea.
Setting up all the, banners.
Yeah. Thumbnails, banners. Then you do your intro, your outros. You got to do. It's a lot of work, y'all. So forgive me for putting 11:30 p.m. on there. I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry, but
glad y'all made it.
We here, y'all. All right, y'all ready for this lunchtime hour of power and fire and brimstone?
Ooh,
you know. I'm a glutton for punishment. I know.
The rise of the chameleons.
Yeah, They be like, Miss Ty always bashing and shaming people.
It's gonna be my middle name soon.
I know, right? Since we gotta get some more.
Get a hold of me. It's only been some Sundays.
That's gonna be our middle name, sisters bashing and shamings. All right, now where's my stuff?
For the people who know me, it's not new.
Wait a minute.
Got lessons going on behind me. Big sister teaching little.
I know, I hear it. Now, where is my presentation? All right, y'all. Okay. Anyway, how's everybody doing out there? Everybody doing okay? Everybody feeling okay? Everybody doing okay? Thank you guys for tuning in. Oh, no wonder. It's in the wrong folder. Okay. So, sis, what do you think about the title of the show, sis?
I think most people are chameleons, period. But the ladies.
Yes, our wonderful ladies. A little bit different.
We're some creative manipulators.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. I always, you always hear we'll hear men talk about how, once I married her, she changed to a whole different person. I was wonder, like, what is they talking about? Like, what kind of, I look so dark right here.
It was a conversation we had early on in relationship. I'm not sure if it was before we got engaged or after, but it was definitely a conversation. The fear in him that I was going to change. To be trusting that when this happens, the things that I do will still continue. Considering him consistently. Nurturing kids and, even though working, still cultivating the home. He assisted. He wasn't no lazy dog, just sat around and didn't do anything, but I did the majority. And I had no problem with that because he gave me the protection and the provision.
Right, exactly.
And he was a great leader consistently. So, it wasn't going to change. And I would say I didn't care to get married. I didn't care to do that. My behavior is not going to change. I'll be with you the long haul, especially now that we have children, even if it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
I trust that we're going to continue to cooperate together when it comes to these kids.
Together,
so,
exactly.
It was embedded.
And see,
you can definitely put on a front for a long time,
Yeah. And you know what? Well, again, like I always say, everybody wasn't raised like me. So I'm always like, what you see is what you get, child. I cannot. I was like, I can't juggle the whole being one person this way and being another person the next day. And then 3 months later, you're another person. I can't. That's too much drama for me. I'm a very simple person. It is what you get. What you see is what you get. And I think men will appreciate it more if more women operate that way. Mm-hmm. If you present yourself as is, and so there won't be no surprises, in later on, like you're waiting for the shoe to drop or something like
right.
I mean,
that's why
spoiled.
Very important, sis.
Yes.
Even those as simple as your expectations.
Exactly.
Your expectations
Lay it
now,
out.
your expectations, if we're both working, your expectations when we start to have children, like those things should be talked about and stop waiting till it happens and then we're not on the same page.
Right.
And if it causes an argument, it causes an argument. At least you guys know where you stand. And maybe later you can come back and say, okay, well, I'm willing to consider this. If you're willing to consider that, people just don't have the conversations. They're hard because you get upset because you're not getting your way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Either way, man or female.
Exactly. And it's like, and I think what's wrong now is people really don't know how to vet in court. Mm-hmm. They mixing the dating and chilling and Netflixing and chilling with the whole with courting and stuff. No, it's totally different, and they don't know how to vet. And so I think that's one of the problems. That's another conversation for another
yeah. I think a lot of people don't really know who they are.
That's another.
They really don't know who they are. Their connection to the universe and this world and this planet, what legacy they want to leave.
Right.
Like they really don't have a purpose.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's kind of hard to go into anything with no standards, no moral compass, no, especially everybody goes into everything with all these expectations without explaining them or, delivering that information to somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah. I got. If you guys see me, I'm looking away. I am still on the clock. Praise the Lord. So I'm looking. I'm looking at.
You gotta go on mute. Just let me know. Give me the signal.
Like, since I need to take over for a minute. All right, guys. All right, let's talk about these chameleons. Okay. Let me be petty for a minute. So I've been in the space for a minute, been on the YouTube streets for a minute, and I've been checking out some things. We see a lot of the whole talk about the good woman versus the pick me versus the hyenas and versus the child. Look.
Sorry, gentlemen.
And we're now look, since now they got another saying, the zebras, the hyena versus the zebras, the zebras and hyenas versus lions. I'm like, look, I ain't got no time for all those things.
Damn. I didn't hear none of that.
Y'all just
do to anybody. They vicious though. They're not horses.
Ooh, Lord. Have mercy. But I've been peeping out some things, and I've been seeing a lot of chameleons around here. And over here on Red Lipstick Vibe, we are for the brothers over here. So I want to give some information to our brethrens and kind of decode this sisterhood thing of these chameleons over here, so that we, our brothers have the best outcomes possible. And you ladies too, you deserve the best outcomes possible. So by addressing these things, and if you are falling into this pattern of thinking and doing, then you know that you need to change so that you can have the best outcomes as well. But I am going to throw shade and pettiness today. Okay. Just let you know.
And reality TV had a lot to do with the downfall, sis.
Oh yeah.
Because it wasn't nobody's real reality, but our younger folk were believing this, that they should be this and wear that.
Yeah,
most definitely. Let's go.
Indeed. All right, guys, let's get this owl power started. The rise of the chameleon. I found a perfect picture. Isn't that the perfect picture?
Yes. Kind of looks like a Claire Huxtable.
I know, right? Doesn't it? He was cute though. I thought it was perfect. Hey, brother. All right, let's get it going. What is a chameleon? A person who changes their opinion or behavior according to the situation. A chameleon is someone who used to change it according to the person they are with. Keep that in mind. They aim to please and find it much easier to do so by erasing themselves and acquiring other people's traits, which they mimic to what? Perfection, baby.
Wow. Okay.
Perfection.
Now it's good to, it's good to have chameleon traits. We're not saying that it's a bad thing, but when you do use it to manipulate people or to control them, and how they want to lead their life is kind of
right
disrespectful.
Oh yes, very.
Because this is who I think you are, and I want to join this life with you. But if that's not really who you are, you're wasting my time. You're taking advantage of my life for some time. It's unfair.
Yes, and
it's
this
is
the reason
why to choose a wife. I think
exactly.
And they make the choice,
right? And it goes back to what I said in the beginning. I hear all the time these men say, "Once I married her, she's somebody else." Chameleon.
I as well. Even if it takes some years, and people go through things, and the growing separate happens. And the elders, this is where they come in with just telling us you got to do the work, instead of saying it's gonna be times where you guys are not on the same page. But that initial love that initially brought you together should be something that you are able to reflect on and try to get it back on track. And it's going to take somebody to be the bigger person and do that and assert themselves. And I don't mind that. I've never minded that.
The thing is they don't want to do the work. And that's the thing. You don't want to say
sorry.
Right.
Because now there's changed behavior that needs to happen, because you just can't say sorry. Sorry is not enough. Apologizing for the behavior is not enough. The behavior needs to be changed.
And if you look at the definition of repentance means that you turn away from, meaning you change. And that's the part that people don't want. They want to do the whole I'm sorry, forgive me, but they don't want to do the changing part. All right, let's keep it going. What is an emotional chameleon? An emotional chameleon is a person who changes his or her opinions, ethics, morals, and behavior to please others or to define himself or herself.
To defend himself or herself.
I'm sorry, defend him. Yeah. And look, let me tell y'all something. Now look, y'all know we see this all the time on these panels. Where put in certain situations, people change their little talking points just to defend or please whomever that they're trying to speak to. We see it all the time.
Good morning, ladies.
Hey, love.
I was rushing to get here. I had to take my son to school. I was on my way.
Okay. They change their opinions, Not knowing good and well they don't really believe that, but they do it just to show how the old folks would say show face. I got to fit in this situation, so this person often behaves in a manner that is plastic, shallow,
Barbie,
two-dimensional.
That it is like witnessing an act. Wait. You sometimes wonder, who is this person really? Like,
chat, and don't we see this? Like, exactly. We see that all the time. We see it all the time. And especially in these YouTube spaces, baby. Okay. Who are you really, child?
In real life. I be just wanting to hug some people. Like, you need a damn hug.
You need a hug, baby. Who are you really? For real. I don't know, because one minute you one way, the next minute you another. Okay.
And the emotional chameleon too, sis, they lead with the victimization, to control the man off top. So this is I've been victimized, I've been traumatized, and it happens. We all go through that. But when you lead like that, you absolutely looking to control that man with your emotions, with what's going on with you, making him the, Superman, save me.
Come to my rescue.
It's true. Not even gonna lie.
We about to get it.
You can tell your trauma in a way where he ain't gotta fix it.
Yeah.
Right.
Or walk on eggshells. Because I did it.
Sis, can take over for a minute.
Shame on me. Yes. What you think about that, Miss Andrea?
I believe it. I used to think a man should come in my life and save me, but at the point I'm 48, no 47. Yes. I don't want you to save me. I want you to add to me, not attract to me. I don't need saving.
Right.
And I think when I got married, I wanted my husband to save me, and now, I realized I wasn't happy being married to him because I wasn't ready, and I didn't know who I was.
Right. So you were very young too, right?
Very young too. At 22,
yeah.
And I had kids back to back. So I was like, when I woke up one morning and said, "I don't like you and the kids." Andrew. And that's the day he moved out. I said,
it's getting through that.
No, Lord have mercy, Andrew. Okay.
I was like, I woke up one morning, I said, I don't like you and these kids. And that's the day he moved out. And I didn't remember that until I went to therapy. But I blocked that out. I blocked that conversation out. And I was just angry with him because he's leaving me. But I really told him, I don't like you and the kids. So like, what was he supposed to do?
He's going to stay where they're not liked.
Yeah. Right. I know.
I still love you, but I just don't like you.
Exactly.
And it happens, and that is a hard part in marriage, and it will happen. And I don't think most young people are told by their mentors or their elders that this is going to happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we don't have their support to support that. It's like, told you. Now I told you it was going to happen. Or, I knew something.
My mom didn't have a conversation. She only acted like the marriage was cool, but she never said marriage was ups and downs. You got financial problems. You don't have this. She never said none of that. So when I woke up that morning and said, I don't like you and the kids, that's the day, to me, I felt like that was a day that said, I want to be free from you and the kids. And he moved out. And I was angry because he left me, but I told him, he said,
he gave him the exit key.
Yeah, he kept saying, Andre, you told me you didn't want to be with me no more. But I was like, I'm happy that I finally realized I did tell him that. And we're good at co-parenting, but we just not.
That's good. Yeah, that's good.
That's good. But again,
But
go ahead.
I was ashamed for a long time to say I wanted out the marriage. Because I
was the opposite, sis. Mine was more so the fear, being abandoned, feeling that abandonment, trauma from my father. I would create that in my own relationship before we got married, to the point kind of giving him an out, because he was a musician and was like, if this is what you want, I'm willing to, let you go, but it's not a life that I'm going to be willing to live with you, because I'm not going to be around you all the time. You understand what I'm saying? The insecurities are going to surface. So, but that's not what he wanted, but I did that, like, if this is not something you really wanted, you don't want to be here, I'm cool, which I really wasn't. I think I was just trying to manipulate him emotionally with my abandonment issues to see if he really wanted to stay, because in the back of your mind, you don't feel worthy. I didn't feel worthy, but he was still loving me through it. And those were the hard times, I shouldn't expect him to try to fix it. All he can do is understand that I'm going through it, and ask me if it's anything that he can do. And then I should be open enough to say this, that, or the other. But there was times that I wasn't. I didn't want the help.
Yeah. And
it was so it's hard for us to receive love too. And, you got to get through that. It's really hard. It's not an easy thing.
It was times I feel like I didn't have a voice in my marriage. And then after I got divorced, it's like it switched. I had a voice now. And it's like, well, sis, where you been? Now you talking. Now you got something to say.
They do want to know. They want to know, and they want it straightforward. They want the reality, the realistic logic of it versus just I feel or emotion. It's a little bit. They don't know how to receive that as well as we do to other women. You know, another woman is going to pander it. And
right.
I understand, sis. You know, versus a man is going to be like, well, I got to pick up my damn pants and get out there. This world is on my shoulders, and I'm not crying about it.
Yeah.
All they can do is have a little bit of empathy. All right, sis. Female.
All right, guys. Let's keep it pushing. It's lunchtime now. All right. The female chameleon. All right. She wears her viewpoint as a costume. This behavior is most often seen in celebrities, as many public figures use a created persona as a part of their marketing. Like in these YouTube streets. I cannot. Wait a minute. Look. Child.
Let me get my Wonder Woman costume.
Child, where my wine at? Look, we see him and we know him, okay? It's a persona, you know, for their marketing, for their channel, you know. Yeah. I got to be this way so I can be within in the in crowd. But see, us women that are, you know, we are divine. We're in our divine femininity. We are. In my case, I was raised this way. You know what I'm saying? We are. You know, the good woman is embedded in us. We don't have to create a persona. It is who we are already.
True. I agree with that.
Absolutely.
All right. And it's widely accepted, but the beliefs these public personalities portray might change from one marketing move to the next. When you go from one thing to the next, you change that persona. So that lets me know that wasn't the real you in the first place. You switching it up. On one day I'm feminine, next day I'm a masculine she-man.
Okay, well,
make up your mind what you want to be.
I ain't gonna lie.
On one panel, I know how to be quiet and submissive while the men are talking, and then on the other panel, I'm arguing with the men and cussing them out and stuff. Make up your mind, sis. Which one are you?
Can I be both sides? Can I be both?
You a Gemini, sis?
I got a little both in me, okay?
She's like, I'm a Gemini up in here. Thank you, Chef. Thank you for the $5 super chat. For 3 egg McMuffins. All right, girls, we get 3 egg McMuffins, ladies. Now, why we gotta share the coffee, Chef? Okay.
He said it's hard out here for a pimp.
Oh my goodness. All right. In the non-celebrity world, this is inconsistent with female behavior, presents a real problem to anyone dealing with women. All right, guys. Standards, expectations, and romantic relationships shows that the chameleon uses manipulation tactics. Don't be yourself. Put on an act. Use deception. Women will use these tactics, would be called abusers by any object standard, except that it is practiced from behind this curtain of plausible deniability. I didn't know. I was never taught. I didn't know I was supposed to do. Once I talked to Kevin Samuels, now I know.
Okay. You only need to hear him to help you. Really?
I'm just saying.
If I look at what they've been introduced as far as the media, it's like some of them don't know. They don't know that men are to be respected. They are needed and necessary. It's important to have a father for your children. Marriage is good. It's not a bad thing. It's, you know, but when you know, you're supposed to do better.
And when you know, and you decide to not adhere to what you know, because you want to get in with the in crowd, the sisterhood, the sister code, the feminist movement,
the sister code of the traveling pants,
deniability,
the opening legs.
I cannot. What'd you say? What'd you say? Say it again, sis. I cannot.
The sisterhood of the opening legs.
I have to about that. Okay,
you gotta put that on the shirt, sis.
I've been saying that for a long time. You said, what do you call sister code? What are you talking about?
You gotta put that
legs.
Sis, you gotta put that on the shirt, sis.
I
swear.
I guess she missed our episode because.
oh my Lord. Her and Chef was over there talking about sex and stuff.
Oh, it's a great topic.
One night stands and carrying on. And Chef, I'm gonna get you, Chef. He gonna say red lipstick vibe tells a lie.
Right, so did.
I was like, Chef is because I never had a one night stand before. And he was like, she's like, I'm telling a lie.
Why
Chef,
you got to lie,
girls just don't do that, okay, Chef?
A one night stand? No.
All right, okay. Let me be good. Okay, all right. Okay, here we go. The good woman is good with all men, not necessarily because she wants to be picked, because that is who she truly is. What did I just say a few minutes ago?
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And because she believes it's right.
Yes. But
the chameleon is just deflecting what she is doing on truly good women. They camouflage themselves to appear like good women so that men can what? Pick me. Let that digest.
Ooh, that was a lot. Camouflage.
I've seen it in real life, so
yeah, I have too. Camouflage.
Oh, it's about getting deep, y'all. Make sure y'all share this here, because especially to y'all manosphere peoples. I'm about to go in on the manosphere. Mm-hmm.
You know what? That camouflage they sell.
Like, share, tag, and subscribe, because it's about to get interesting. Go ahead, Andrew.
They camouflage themselves. Can I say, have I done it before? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm at a point in my life, I'm gonna be true to who I am.
Right.
Mm-hmm. And say, look, can you deal with me? This is who I am. Can you deal with me? It's the best. Honesty is the best policy.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep. Alrighty. You might get in trouble for this one, y'all. Okay, y'all. Y'all ready? Let's get it. Manosphere chameleon. Men has had the effect on social media for about the last 10 years. And we see on social media and all this, the rise of the manosphere, the black manosphere. I think it's been over almost 10 years now. Men has been given an open space to speak the truth from a man's perspective. Feminist women has infiltrated men's spaces in order to dismantle the spaces where men are able to be open and honest about women. Now, as Kevin Samuels will say, winter has come for a lot of these females, and many has hit the wall. So they begin to listen to what the men had to say in the manosphere. Save yourself, black man, and the passport bros. The chameleon has survival instincts, and she sees the writing on the wall.
Damn, that's true.
So what did? Yeah, go ahead, sis.
I mean, they know what they're supposed to be for the man. I think a lot of men are pretty expressive about what they want. You know what I mean? But like Miss Andrea said, the young girls are even coming at them like, this is me and accept me. You know what I mean? But in turn, you don't want to accept and respect the man and this being him. Mm-hmm. Performance.
Where King James at? Let me call him right now.
Okay, where you at?
Okay, stop messing with me. I'm sorry, Sis. Chef messing with me in the chat.
Yeah, no, that was it.
All right.
I understand it.
Here we go. In fact, many men has published suggestions for women. We've seen it. We've seen on these panels to make them non-toxic, valuable partners for relationships and long-term commitment. As a result, a wave of women who are not like that has been spreading through the manosphere. Just by pure coincidence, these women self-describe a list of qualities perfectly matching what men have said their perfect ideal of a atypical, not like me woman would be. Advising women A, Y, and Z behaviors will get them back in men's favor is simply announcing, hey, over here, yep, see me, I'm feminine, I'm submissive, I know how I cook, I know how I clean, I know how to shut up and when the man is speaking and all that kind of stuff, yep, everything you said on that panel last night, that's me. You're just giving the last one. I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna let y'all go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let y'all go after I leave. Let me read the last one, guys. Let me read the last one. I'm gonna let y'all go. You're just giving your predators a new mask to wear. Now y'all can have it.
We, it's not that Cardi B song. You don't cook and you don't clean. I mean, just asking because that's what the new young generation say. They don't cook and clean. I'm like, I'm confused now.
Well, shit, my generation wasn't cleaning or cooking. Like I said, I seen some wives firsthand, man. And, to have my brothers cry out, for the simple things, it made me sad. And it's not just my brothers biologically, just the gentlemen that I know. And these gentlemen are hard workers and providers and leaders and good men. You understand what I'm saying? So it just saddened me that they weren't getting what they needed. Some people are really not willing to. So I can see it's absolutely a thing. So gentlemen, protect yourself by
be careful.
They are not showing you these qualities. They're not showing you these qualities, and you have to constantly beg and plead and do things to get it. No.
Exactly.
No.
And trust and believe they're gonna show you everything that you say that you want in the beginning.
Yes. That's called 100.
That's they people, man.
And this
gotta get around the people.
We about to get
questions.
We about to get into it, sis. I'm trying to tell y'all. We about to get into it.
Family will tell it all.
Yes.
Won't they? All right, come on. All right. These females do and say just enough to get a covering from a man. Because she sees the writing on the wall and she adapts to the desires of the men she can be protected. So now I'm no longer an independent woman. I need a man. So now I need to act right so I can get one. I need to pretend that I'm not this independent woman anymore because I need to get me a covering because, I'm almost 50 and I need to get a husband. So I need to act right. A woman that claims to stand up for men's issues and act red-pilled. Is this thing on? We see it all the time in these spaces. They act red pill.
Yes.
You see it all the time. They act like they care about our men. They act like they care about the men's issues, but does it for their own benefit by taking advantage of the fact that they are women as opposed to doing it to help solve men's issues thus demonstrating that they do not care at all about men's issues. The what about me? These are the women that get married and still have the single mindset or feminist ideals. What y'all got to say?
Yeah to all of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot.
It is. I see it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I've known many women with good men, but they would stand on a platform with their friends with this, all men ain't shit mentality, and dig and delve into these conversations and, pander instead of holding their friends accountable for their behavior in those said relationships.
Exactly.
Right off top. Yeah, they fight for the men's issues, but they're not feeding their man at home. It's confusing.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with this.
Uh-oh. What, Auntie?
I'm gonna be honest with this. I didn't fight for a man's issue until I had a son. Okay, my son made me realize what men issues is. I had to have a son to realize what men issues is and what they need. So
to want to understand.
So my son,
Right.
I would say my son has made me realize what men's issue is and want to understand and want to be there for them and not cater, but love him through the men issues and stuff like that. The mortality that he had to carry the family. So my son has gave me a different aspect of want to worry about men issues.
Yeah.
Didn't you realize from having your son that men were human too?
Yes.
That's a problem for a lot of us, young girls,
Yeah.
young women. We're kind of programmed to think that men are not emotional.
Yes.
They aren't challenged with hormonal fluctuations.
Yeah.
It's all different from us. Their build-up and makeup is so different. Yeah. And I think just us girls growing up and knowing that, understanding it, and respecting it, we can go so much further as a people, trying to unite with each other.
Even my son is 23, but he lost his first job. He was acting funny, and he wasn't living with me at the time. He was living at his dad's house. But I always talked to him every day. But we was going like a week not talking to each other. I called him up and said, "Hey, come home. Let me holler at you. Did you lose your job?" And he was like, "Mom." I said, "It's okay to cry, baby. It's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to I'm gonna dust you off. And I'm gonna send you on back out there, and you're gonna be okay." And I said, "Don't be afraid." And that's why I realized I was telling him, "Don't cry, man up." I did that wrong, and I told him this. I said, "I done some things wrong. It is okay to cry. It is okay to tell me how you feel. You don't have to always be the man and not have emotions. Y'all, we have emotions. You got emotions." And so I realized raising him, I wanted him to be almost not have emotions, and that's not fair to him.
Exactly.
Great reflection, sis. I appreciate that because we see it.
Yeah.
And we expect them to become boys to become men and, be emotionally aware and intelligent, and they're not. And sometimes they don't care about our emotions because they move with logic. And the logic in the situation is telling them that you should not be crying like that.
Yeah.
We need to talk and get through this. But sometimes we can't control it. So they have some points.
Exactly. Yep.
Your shit.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep.
She does enough to break down a man's guard and get through his vetting system. See, this is why they infiltrate men's spaces so that they can hear and see exactly what the men are wanting. And then that's when they try to adapt to what it is so that they can get through the vetting system, get through their guards. She demonstrates just enough femininity. She memorizes male talking points, what sounds good, and will make her look good in the public eyes as a true good woman. She will learn the definitions of submission and try to demonstrate it in front of those who she is trying to impress or influence. Don't we see that a lot?
Okay, ladies. Jesus.
Oh yeah, we about to go there.
Yeah.
Okay, so my son is dating this girl, okay, and she over the top like me. And
what you mean by over top, Andrea?
she got a little Andrea in her, okay. So I told my son to be patient with her because her father have not been in her life and stuff. So I told my son be patient with her. So when I went on Sir Hill's channel, he was like, "Oh no, don't tell her be patient with her. Leave her, leave her." I was like, "Leave her," and he was like, "Sis, you were doing the right thing as a mother, but you don't want your son to be an angry black man and gonna like women, so you need to leave her." And so I had a conversation with my ex-husband. I said, "Hey, just our son is going through something with his girlfriend," and I said, she a little over the top, and he was like you. I said, touche. I ain't gonna even argue. You ain't gonna make me mad today. It ain't about me. It's about our son. Can you, just have the conversation with him, because I don't want him to. This is his first love. I don't want him to be angry with a woman in his later years. So just have the conversation about her. And yes, she a little over top like me. I would say that, but I don't want my son to be with somebody like me. Okay, how about like that? Okay, I don't want nobody else doing that to my baby. Shoot.
Right.
I mean, the overtopness of you just being outspoken. You know what I mean? You're very outspoken. Now, if she's abusive, not physically and all that, just downgrading him, just not uplifting him. He absolutely should run. Absolutely. If she's not celebrating him and more so tolerating him and making him obligated to her in that sense, she gotta go.
And I
gotta go.
And I told her, I said, you can't make up for her what her father didn't give her, or she lacking when it comes to her father not being there. You can't make up for that. And I don't want you to try to spend your time trying. You young. You're just 23 years old. There's other girls out there.
You shouldn't even be that empathetic. She's young. She need to go to her father. If he's alive, she need to go to her father and get that shit off her chest.
Yeah.
Whether it works out in the long run or not, whether they wind up having a relationship or not. And I swear that was the best advice my husband gave me. Like, they're alive?
Yeah.
You better go have them conversations.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, get the answers you need, even if they not what you expect.
Exactly.
So
I had a conversation with my son again. I said, son, look, if she can't celebrate you, if she can't uplift you, if she like I don't want what I done to your daddy, that it wasn't cool. I learned that now, but I don't want nobody to do that to you. And I'll be damned for somebody to do that to you, because now I'm getting mad. Now I try to stay out y'all business. now this is my baby right here. Now I'm getting mad. Now you better tell all I'm saying is she better move back, because I'll be stepping in, and I don't try to.
And it could be the infatuation, like we say, the chameleon leads with sex. Yeah, so that sex can be led for good 2-3 years, until they absolutely get the ring. And then it's like, but no. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? So, she probably got some good love, she got some good head. Young. So they're looking at different things.
And that's why I told him, I said, work on yourself, work on you getting being right, work on yourself spiritually, mentally, physically. And I can't tell you to leave her, because I don't want to because they say every time you tell your kids to leave their significant other, they're gonna draw to them faster. So I can't. I'm a step back, but I'm gonna say this: if I hear that she don't say something out the way to you, now I'm gonna have to have a conversation with her. Now I'm trying not to, but if I hear that this going down again, Real Lynch is gonna be like, "What's up?"
Up top, up front. Excuse me. Who? Where they at? They definitely.
Where? Okay.
See where mom at? You worried about daddy?
All right, let's get to this manosphere chameleon. She understands the talking points, but she do not understand the true nature of masculine men. Ladies that are truly good women, that are truly feminine, submissive, cooperative, friendly women, beware of these female chameleons. These females will try to gain that's supposed to be entry to your circle to appear more of a wife material. They do understand birds of a feather flock together, and men will look at your friend circle in his vetting process. So be careful, ladies that are of the lioness of pride, okay?
You can't fool me.
That these women would try to come in, and pretend, yes, I'm wife material because look at the friends that I have. Haven't we heard that too?
Yeah, but
because I hang around nothing but vibes, feminine women and submissive women. That's all I hang around with because she knows that the man she's after is going to look at her friend circle.
As
be very careful,
as he should.
That's a little deep. Because I got friends in all different circles, so is my friend circle think about that one.
When you have like new people just trying to come in, the single ones trying to come in, just like how you got to vet when you're like dating and want to get married, you got to vet your friends too.
Absolutely.
What is your motive for trying to collab with me? What is your motive trying to be my friend now?
Ooh, question.
Men, beware of these women. Don't let the chameleon fool you. They know all the popular manosphere, Kevin Samuel, Angry Man talking points. Beware of the women that has a sudden change of heart and behaviors in public. But behind closed doors, baby, the mask comes off.
Ooh.
I mean, and women should bet too. Have those hard conversations because you can tell, when you try to use our intuition on the men, but use it on your sisters. Feel that bitch, feel her out. If shit don't feel right, call her on her stink. It is what it is. You telling me you this way, but I see you this way. This is what I'm seeing you post. This is your dialect and how you're speaking. So you're not showing me that you want what you say you want.
Exactly.
Chameleon ass.
Exactly.
You got to do the work. I think we are also programmed to think that men are they're supposed to do the work. Happy wife, happy life, and that shit is so bullshit.
No. That's happy BS house, right there. Nope.
Happy spouse, happy house. That's how that goes. Exactly. If everybody's happy, then the whole house will be happy.
Exactly.
But you can't expect the other one to constantly make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. You both bring your happiness asses together and have a circus, whatever. But therapy's good.
Sis, Sir Hill said the feminists gonna be happy. Child, I don't care. They can't beat me. But anyway, we already had that conversation.
That is just an illusion and a propaganda, and it caused a horrible delusion for a lot of our women.
Yeah, I mean it's a hard pill to swallow when you're speaking truth.
Yeah.
It's
and men, because it causes them to believe that they're not needed and necessary too, sis. They actually starting to believe that shit.
And look how hard the women came after Kevin.
Yes.
But then now all you hear is that, oh my God, he was right. Duh.
Now I go.
Medicine tastes
is it because he passed
when it first gets in your mouth and go down.
Absolutely. I mean, when you see that what you're doing is not working either. Yeah, what you have been doing has not been working for you.
Exactly. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't take the time to listen to what Kevin or Samuel said. I took my girlfriend's what he said instead of I took the time to go listen to his videos.
Exactly.
I didn't take the time, so I'm sad that I didn't get a man his flowers while he was here because I listened to one of his videos from Chef. I'm disappointed that I should have went over there and seen what he was saying instead of instead of taking seeing what my girlfriend said about him. Because that's the bad part about it.
Andrea, this one's for you, Shaf. Thank you, Shaf, for the super chat. Y'all got me looking at Andrea different now. Nick and Knight says relationships are for self-discovery. No one is immune. Don't ignore the curriculum your partner is showing you. Yes. Don't ignore the red flags and don't ignore the green flags either.
Thank you.
Hey, Gail. Whew, okay. Female. Okay, Chameleon Syndrome. The female side, because there's a men's side and there's a female side. So some of the descriptions are a little bit different. So we're going to talk about the female because this is a girl show. The Chameleon Syndrome is a predatory, unholy ability to become whatever the script calls for in hooking a man. Sir Hell, I think you might be right. I cannot. Lord have mercy, I can't. Whoo! I think about that first one. I mean, she will adapt to his viewpoints, his hobbies, his dislikes, and change her personality to suit his will. Well, in the initial stages. Oh, go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
If that's the case, you
want to say something?
If you're doing that for him, you're only doing things what he wants, not what you want, not truly being yourself. Because that's what he means your representative. You're not meeting the true you. Because maybe I don't like his fishing. I don't like fishing. I don't like golfing. And I'm gonna tell him straight up, I don't like that shit. So I can't be with you if you want to do all that. To be honest.
Let's see. Gail says they watch bits and pieces of it. Yeah, they just want and the accountability. They don't want to accept that. He said when there are no men around. I cannot. Nick said she gotta go back to where y'all got me. Well, I mean, sis, you know how I do. Okay. In initial stage, she will build for you a beautiful pedestal so that you are tempted to buy into her con. I'm fit and friendly. I smile all the time.
I can cook.
Child.
I can be a good mother to your children.
I can make oodles and noodles.
Gourmet. I can make food. What you talk about?
Yeah, okay. I know how to put a pizza in the oven. I know how to make some gumbo with some hot dogs and weenies and bologna.
I'm doing that right now.
Abomination.
Shout out to the pizza.
So once you are invested in her false mask, she has no problem using you for your resources for her own gain, whether it's sex, money, a place to live, status, reputation, fame, or even if it's just duping delight of one, just they use you for everything, for power.
That is true.
She's gonna put that con on for you guys. You have to remember that these so-called chameleons were once aka hyenas, aka feminists, aka womanists, aka ratchetness,
aka Instagram. Okay.
AKA Instagram people, AKA YouTube. I want to be a star, so I need to adapt to what's hot now. Hear me, somebody.
Okay.
The I need to be seen crew.
I need to be seen crew. I need to talk. I have to have the talking points that are popular now. Okay. Hey, TJ. I'm fussing, TJ. I'm fussing. That's
And
it.
the images on TV tell them this is what they're supposed to be. Like I said, most of them don't know who they are.
They don't know who they are.
So of course, the chameleon is out till
But
later.
check this out. What's the last point says? She may slip up into condescending and contemptuous tone of voice, which may reveal her true intentions. Baby.
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then, the real you shows up every now and then. Is that why people call you fake? Because one minute you're this way and the next minute you're another? Next slide. She's a reptilian in her demeanor. You might notice a flash of envy, anger, or greed from time to time when the mask slips.
Mm-hmm. Selfishness.
So every now and then, it's going peep her head out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The main one to raise his head is going to be self-absorption. It's just always about them.
Look at me.
Manipulating you with their emotions and their vagina.
I'm the submissive one. Look at me. Don't you worry about them. They thrive off male attention, being the center of attention, because it gives them power from which they can thrive endless amount of narcissistic supply in the forms of praise, sex, and resources.
Whew, that was a mouthful.
That was a mouthful.
That was a lot.
That was a mouthful. I mean, I cannot. She said, that was a mouthful. They enjoy it because it gives them a power trip, the ability to control others at a whim and play everyone like puppets. You don't really know me. They enjoy it because it feeds their inflatable ego and gives them what? Validation.
And everybody wants validation.
Social chameleons, personality. They pick up social cues and take on the personality traits of the people around them. Hey, Soeur. The chameleon personality types can walk into a room and quickly pick up on the expectation of those around them and become the life of the party or quiet. She goes into a space. She figures out what the men want or what they are attracted to, and she switches. Just that fast. If you ever had a chameleon, a real one, the pet, they can switch just that fast. Just by walking in the room, she knows, okay, I see Sir Hale's here. I see Chef Rapino's here. I see Anton here. So I need to be quiet, demure, poised, and feminine. Oh, but Mr. Logic's here. Let's see, Fresh and Fit's here. Some wild people here. E-Black's here. So I could be ratchet now. And loud and aggressive. She reading the room, so she know how to act. Chaplain.
Turn up time.
Turn up time.
Hey, Sir Hale's in the building. Yes, I'm loving the plaid.
I know, right? Okay, you getting ready for the fall. Praise the Lord.
Down trees and stuff.
You know what? What's funny? I almost say, "What's up, Holmes?" I almost said it, but
Sir Hale, you got on the wrong color.
Hey, look, good to see y'all today. I just want to step up for just a few minutes. I'm always listening in and always working. But Let me tell you why it's important for women like you, and this is why it's important for mothers and sisters and women who are really knowledgeable on these things, because the women in a man's life is his first defense. And a lot of times the reason why so many men are exposed and can't see chameleons is because their mama was one, or because their sisters are that, or their aunties are that. And so they're cultured for this. And all you got to do, what mama would do is she would do her thing and, hey, baby, you want something to eat? And she'll gloss it up, do something nice for him, do something sweet. And that little sweet action takes care of all the toxic stuff she did. He carries that template in his relationships, so she can do the exact same thing. And she'll give him some. She'll give him that little sexual thing that he likes. And it is supposed to fix things. And this is why it's important for women like you, like mothers and sisters, to make sons aware of stuff that we can't see. Because when a man is in love, he becomes stupid. I'm just being honest with you. When he is in love, or he finally gets a young lady who is more attractive than anything he's experienced before, or to him, she elevates him, makes him look good in some way, he becomes stupid. And there's no telling what depths he'll go to express his appreciation, because in his head, he doesn't really believe that he even deserves this kind of woman. He feels like it's an honor. And so he's willing to lower his standards to keep her in his life. So this is why I appreciate this. This is some deep stuff you guys are talking about, because there are a lot of chameleons. And let me tell you something, one of the ways I know a chameleon is you just let them keep on talking. Don't give them nothing to go off for. Let them talk. And chameleons will often show themselves because chameleons can't handle silence and they can't handle being ignored. And if you do those two things, you're going to see who they really are. And you see graceful women, peaceful women, they know how to be silent. They're calm. They're still. And not just in terms of them not moving, but they're still here. And that comes off and that radiates. Chameleons, oh, heck no. They're silent because what they're doing is trying to figure out the next move. And they're going to that next thing. Mm-hmm. So this is some great stuff, y'all. And I had to come up here and say this. And thank you for two things. Thank you for the transparency you're giving. Because so many black men, I would say me, but I'm a black dude. I'm one of the blackest men you'll probably see. A lot of us have been conditioned to accept this on the guise of she's just a woman and she's feminine. Women don't do what women do. That's just how women are. Mm-hmm. And very rarely do we hear that it's unhealthy. Maybe that is who you are. Maybe you are a chameleon, but it's unhealthy. Right. So thank you for saying that. And then the thing with Andrea Lynch, she said something that I've said many times, that a lot of times, and I thank you for saying this, Andrea, that a lot of times women don't understand the pain of men until they see that same pain in the eyes of their sons. And when I heard you say that, it resonated, because oftentimes that's what it takes. So thank you for saying that. But thank you not only for hearing it for your son, but going deeper to understand that this is what a lot of men go through. I'll say this last thing and then I'm going to be done.
And I want to tell you something too, Sir Hill. Thank you, because I did have a conversation with my ex-husband after I was on your panel about our son and his girlfriend, and he did have a conversation with my son. So I'll thank you for helping me, because I didn't realize what I was doing was wrong. So when I was on your panel and y'all was like, no, mom's gonna say that, but a man, he's gonna have that conversation. So I did talk to my ex-husband, and he did have the conversation with my son. So I thank you for doing that for me.
Excellent. Listen, the feminists are mad. Awesome. The feminists are mad because we have some women who are doing the right thing. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that. But as you continue, my hope is that we continue to make these things aware, because there are some good brothers out here who get jaded because we're taught to be a perfect gentleman to women who aren't taught to be a perfect lady. Mm-hmm. And it's important that we hear this. The other part that I'll say is husbands go through this as well. A lot of times we deal with this from single men because we want to prevent that from going on. But in all the conversations that I've had with married men, there are a lot of men who marry chameleons and they stay in these situations because the Lord to love thy wife. Right? And so there's this pull on our hearts to stay in something that might be killing us. And so in this conversation, very few people, if you're married, we ignore your problems. Like we just expect marriage, but those people, there are people in that marriage. And these kind of conversations can help even people who may not ever say, you know what, I needed to hear what you said. I didn't realize I couldn't put words to what I was feeling. And so thank you for saying that. So I'm just letting you know that your words are penetrating and they are helping, and y'all are dope. So I had to come over here and say that, y'all. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Sir Hill.
Thank you, Sir Hill. Much appreciated.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sir Hill, for popping in.
It's awesome that, Andrea was able to receive that.
Yes,
receive that information. You know what I mean? To relate it to the co-parent and it work out. And this is what we need to do. We need to be able to communicate and do it cooperatively,
right?
For the betterment of our children. They are important.
And you see how she was able to take what was said, and let it sink in, and then be able to, take it and use it for the better, instead of a lot of, sometimes, what's women, we when we get correction or direction, we take it as someone is trying to hurt us or bash us or shame us or however those crazy chickadees we talking, but it's actually for our good. And so that is very, very, very good of you, Andrea, for being able to take what he said, take the guidance and instruction, and use it for the betterment of your family.
Yeah,
and that's a blessing. That's a blessing. So it's like the Bible says, he that has an ear, let him hear.
Yeah, my son. I ain't gonna say I was the perfect mother, but I told you I was over the top. So my son have seen me over the top. I don't want nobody doing that to him. And even though I tell him that was wrong, I don't want nobody doing that with him. And I know he loved this girl, but she's a little over top for me. And so if I'm seeing it, I don't want him to be an angry black man in the next 30, 40 years. I want him to have peace.
Exactly.
So, I appreciate Sir Hill for talking to me.
All right. What did we get to? I don't forget. All right, we did the walking in the room. All right, here we go. Okay. Their goal is to create a public face that leaves a pleasing and memorable impression, and they genuinely succeed. The downside comes when you realize you're not entirely sure of who you are at your core. You ever notice like some people that lie all the time until they start believing their own lie?
Yep.
Then they got a lie to keep that lie going, but then they forget about the original lie. So they become that lie. That's what that means. They
use the lie to manipulate.
They pretend so long till they forget who they really are on the inside. When you're used to changing your public face to fit each situation, it can become more challenging to recall who you are when no one is around to impress or win over. When you take off all that makeup and stuff, and all that mask and stuff, you look in the mirror, you don't know who you are anymore. Here's some traits. You prioritize making a good impression. That's like your goal. That's what you do. I gotta make a good impression, whether or not I alienate my family, my friends, or whatever. I have to make sure I stand out. You look to other people for cues on how to act, like we talked about when walking in the room and seeing who's there. Like, for example, if I'm on a panel with Crimson Cure, Danica, and Chantel, of course I'm a person that's not like us. We're going to fall in line and pretend to be just like them. Or if I'm on a panel with ratchetness, I'm gonna fall in line with it.
Go along and get along.
Not us, but I'm just saying the chameleon would do that.
They go along to get along with people.
Right. There you go. They go along to get along. It's more because I want to keep it under hour and 30 minutes, so I'm gonna roll through y'all. You take imposter syndrome to a whole new level. Yes, indeed. You don't dare show your private face to those who would not appreciate it. You become whoever you need to be when the need arises, even when you have a moment just to be yourself. Switching to your private face isn't something you do without reservations. As long as someone else is in the room, there's always a chance you might be exposed as a fraud. I said it and I don't care. You fraud, child, okay? Yeah. You don't get along with others. Mm-hmm. If there's anyone who threatens your calm, cool, collective exterior, you do your best to undermine them and belittle them in public. And anyone that interferes with your good impression is your enemy. So anybody that will rattle you to, unmask for a minute, oh no, you can't be with them. Because she's gonna make me come out my bag. Ain't that how they say it? You gonna make me come out my bag. Ain't that how they say it? You make me come out my bag. You gonna make me step out of my femininity. You gonna make me, become masculine for a minute. So I no, can't deal with you, baby. I mean, I've seen that a couple of times on these panels. When somebody came up and took the shine off of somebody and child rattled, baby. Okay. Let's see what Eugene says. Also, you feel that you have to fake the funk to get validations from a person or a group. That's very true. Exactly, Eugene. This is what I adore about you, Danica, Kendra, Chantel, and Six. You're authentic and transparent. Thank you, Eugene. We ain't trying to be, fake over here. Praise the Lord. We got rings over here. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, next question. I told you I was gonna be petty.
I'm single over here, okay?
I'm just saying, Andrea, you are girl. You in the right circle, baby. We gonna get you. Okay. All right. This is the last slide, and my pettiness is over for the day. Okay. All right, guys. Men, here's the fruit tips on how to spot a chameleon. And any guys in the chat, you have some other ways, please put in the chat, because then I will add it to the slide. And then when I put them up on the community board, we can add them in there. All right. Here's a few signs your perfect girl is actually a chameleon. She does not hesitate to adapt to your likes and dislikes. I mean, all of them. All of them, okay? All of them. Like, she has no idea of her own, like nothing. Okay, like for me, I like horror movies a lot. but I may not like her, but these women would say, "Oh yeah, me too. Those are kinds I like." And no, she don't like it, but this girl will like what you like, the brands you like, what you listen to. She like everything, the favorite movies she like. She's seen all of them, because I tell you straight off the back, I ain't seen half the movies Bae have seen. Child, I be like, I ain't seen that. He be taking my black card all the time because I don't be watching that stuff. I just I just like, I watch some Steel Magnolias quick before I watch some, what's that thing they call it? New Jack City. I still ain't watched that movie. Don't y'all tell nobody.
New Jack City?
No, I'm not interested.
Oh wow. Okay.
I mean, no, I'm not interested in that kind of stuff. Andrea, book. Yeah. She doesn't seem to have an opinion of her own. She agrees with everything you say. If she finds out you two disagree on a subject, she will quickly backtrack her stance by saying something along the lines, "I never saw it that way. I guess you're right." And the next one I have is, you will catch her contradicting herself in front of her what? friends. I should put friends and family. If this girl is a chameleon, she is not one. She's not the only one with you. Chances are she's a chameleon around her friends too. Let me see what Eugene said. Eugene said, I dated a chameleon once. I had the instinct that she was capping a lot. Yes, and especially like if you have a woman, okay, guys, like especially now in this day and age, you know, a lot of times, you know, everybody knows all like the manosphere, talk across the red pill, blue pill, whatever. And if you get, you know, start talking to a woman and she is like regurgitating that stuff verbatim and stuff like that, pass. Because she sat there and memorized that crap. It will come off, you know, not authentic. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a, you know what I'm saying? Not in the real conversation. Yes. Like, it was like, you know, just quoting people and carrying on. You're like, yes, I feel the same way because, you know, because Crimson Cure said, and yeah, you know what I mean? Like, run far from the hills. Yeah. Because she's one of those. Now, let me say this. I know that there are women that are trying to do better. They have come into the knowledge of said light bulb moment that if I want certain outcomes, rest in peace to the Godfather, I need to do such and such and such. I understand that. That's a difference. But these women are doing the work. And you can tell women that are doing the work for personal gain and not just to gain a man or notoriety or subscribers or, you know, super chats.
I will say this. I wanted to be better. I wanted to be better because I have a son. I have two sons. I don't want women to misuse them, abuse them. So as a mother who's raising two sons, I want to be a better person because I don't want it's my responsibility to show them the kind of woman they need in their life.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, back in the day, I maybe a little ratchet. Yeah, in the day I might have cussed somebody out. Back in the day, I might have done all that stuff, but I don't do that.
Did you say a little bit, Andrea?
I mean, you need a little bit to survive in this world. It's how you use it.
It's a little
bit. I'm trying to change that. I'm trying to be a little more calm now. Before I say something, I gotta think how I'm gonna put it. I'm a work in progress. I ain't say I'm perfect, but then that old Andrea can come out, but I try to keep her low and keeping her not coming out. Okay.
Right.
Yes, ma'am. I understand. You know, you can take the girl out the street, but you will never take the street out of this girl.
Thank you.
Right.
We're talking about Brooklyn boys, you know, but I respectfully, like you said, is a deep down honor and adoration that I have for men. So I never lead like that with them. But if I have to come out of pocket, I will, but never with my husband. You understand what I'm saying? With my children, I got to get stern and show them a little bit, but they know I'm old lady. You know, I'm kind when I'm outside, and you know, you got to model it. They see it,
and then the one thing
I'm attracted to it.
Yeah, and one thing, the other thing I wanted to say to what I was saying earlier is that again, to the women that are coming into, you know, I see the things that I need to do to make changes in life so I can get better outcomes. Those of us on the other side, we can tell. We can tell if you just faking and phoning. We can tell. Trust me, we can tell. We can tell if it's genuine and authentic. We can tell. And I want the men to educate themselves so that they can tell. So you won't get fooled and bamboozled. And then after you get married, she's not who she said she was. I want you to recognize it before you even get there. So, yes, this is, you know, over here, we celebrate and our men over here.
Yeah.
We celebrate them over here and we try to, you know, educate them the wiles of these crazy women's, as my dad would say.
For real.
Because, you know, just like all of us, we have sons.
Yes.
And the pickings is slim out here for the sons.
Yes.
And for the young men that's looking for, you know, wives. So we don't man bash over here. We celebrate and educate and uplift our men over here at Red Lipstick Vibes and Harrison Tribe Media and just Andrea. Yes. That's what we try and do over here, okay? Having said, yeah, we don't no man bashing over here.
Shoot, I got a grandson. Shoot,
I know. Andrea's a G mom
on my page.
Yes, I'm a G.
Okay.
You see what it say?
Yeah. So, so that's what this was about. Of course, some pettiness at the same time, but you know me. Yeah. The rise of the chameleons. I mean, they out there now, guys. Y'all been spewing all of y'all business, what y'all want in a woman, what a woman should be, and all that kind of stuff. Y'all been on these panels, crying and snotting and getting mad and starting fights and carrying on. And now the ladies, they done took out they phone and was typing and they was writing down, and then they went and, you know, them brought some dresses and lipstick and learn how to cross their legs. They stopped twerking. They stopped doing butt pics and stuff.
Shout out!
Y'all done told all your business now. So now they chameleons because they know, child, they almost like 40, so they need to get a man.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to
y'all done told all your business, manosphere. Mm-hmm. So now y'all got a bunch of chameleons up in there.
You know what? It was this guy I was listening to. And he said when a woman tried to date him, he go to her social media. So I wrote to my own social media about TikTok, and I said, "Do I got any pics like this?" I was like, "No, girl, you don't." I'm fully clothed.
Let me tell you something. No, see what you do is don't go to the recent years, like the recent first maybe 1, 2, 3 years. Go way back.
I'll go way back. Okay.
Go way back. About 5 years ago, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and see what that thing looked like then.
Yeah, I mean that's if they go that far. Some people start new pages.
Oh yeah, you know, and then now wait a minute. Now some of them got smart. They start deleting. They'll start deleting. They start. And look and check for dummy duplicates accounts, because you know some of them got my account just for my work, and just my account for my my YouTube people. Then I got my personal account. Check for all those accounts, because they got them other accounts. You never know, they might got just OnlyFans account. They might got a Patreon account, be doing some strange things for some change. You never know. Okay, vet my brothers. Yeah, go back and look and see what's up. And then I would say this. If you go to a woman's page and she does have some things that you deem questionable, because a lot of men won't deem it questionable, that you deem questionable, I will ask her, I saw this such and such. Why? Ask her why did she change from that behavior to the next. Ask her why there was a sudden change, and judge it from her answer.
Now that's a good one, sis. I like that.
Oh yeah, I be knowing things. I got OG Dad. OG Daddy. OG Daddy in here. He be schooling me, okay? OG Dad be telling me all the stuff.
If it doesn't sound logical to you, don't proceed.
Don't proceed. Exactly.
I like that.
Because she a chameleon then. Check it out and just ask her to answer the question. Like, why just through maybe a year ago you were, a feminist and strong, independent, and I don't need no man, and now this year you want to be cooperative and submissive and stuff. Why? Ask her why. And if she say because I listened to Kevin Samuels and
that's the wrong answer to say.
That's the wrong answer.
Wrong answer. Okay, baby, you know that's the wrong answer. That's the wrong answer.
But if she says, I took a hard look at my life and I want different outcomes, and she tells you those things with honesty, proceed. But if she starts spewing manosphere, Kevin Samuel, Angry Man, and all those other people talking points at you, run. She's a chameleon. Like I said, the real good women, the real lioness, we know. We know y'all. We see you. I see you. Trust and believe. We know you. we know who's real and who's not. Anyway, that is it for today. Oh, look, I did good. An hour and 31. Shucks. Yeah. I'm gonna tell y'all this slide presentation was like 37 slides.
It needs to be a man's study class. There's women's study classes in colleges. I'm not sure if it's women's study classes, so it definitely should be something.
I need to get a Patreon so I can do all my little courses. Look, I had the predators, female predator on there. I had, because female predators are linked to psychopath and narcissistic behavior. So I had, let me tell you, I had it going. It was like 37 slides. I was like, wait a minute, I gotta condense this stuff. Y'all know me, I'm a brainiac. So I was like, I should tell them this too. Oh, yes. So yeah. So I condensed it for you guys today because I didn't want to take much time. So sis, are you going on Sunday? Sure, Shane?
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm cocked, loaded, and ready to go.
Oh, that's right. What time are you going on?
When you fed up, you just fed up. 105.
Okay, 105. All right, guys.
For many years, let's do it.
Are you gonna be on both channels? Or just on?
Yeah,
because I know last time you both.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do both. Most
people
know more about Together page, so I don't care which one they watch.
All right, guys. So make sure y'all tune in on Sunday at 105 Eastern time for Shane Sundays with my sister, Miss She Said, on Harris Tribe Media, and on Miss She Said. Link is in the description as well. Andrea, is you and Chef doing anything this weekend?
Tonight we got the Eat Black with the Tea Ladies tonight, and then we got the team Saturday night.
What time I know what time Eat Black's coming, the Tea Ladies coming on. What time is this show tomorrow on Chefs?
It'll be on the community wall. I don't know.
Okay. When y'all look out for it, I'll share it. Yeah. Tonight on we doing Breaking Bad tonight, baby. Okay, maybe, I don't know. Y'all look, y'all know I'm always seeing something. So, and I have a lot of meetings after this, so it depends on what I hear, what I see. It may change into a more serious topic, i.e., the world's about to go to fire and brimstone. Okay. So it depends on what I hear in this meeting, champ. I might do fire and brimstone tonight. I don't know. But Breaking Bad tonight, it'll be open panel, some of everything, anything, smoke show. You got some smoke for me, bring it on, but don't come to me on because I'm protected, okay?
Okay.
Just know. I'm very protected. Don't come with no craziness. That's all. Okay.
I gotta go. You guys.
All right, darling. And
thanks for joining us
on Sunday. Oh yes, Kyle's show at 9:00 on Monday. The King's Cup. That is Monday. I can't wait. He says he's already locked his first guest in and stuff. So I will be posting his thumbnail and all that kind of stuff on. I'm excited for him, and I told him to behave, okay, because you know how Kyle. Anyway. So, sis, do you want to do Ladies' Night on Wednesday?
Ladies' Night on Wednesday? Well, this week is starting school.
I know.
So we'll see.
I don't know. I may just do a because Caleb starts school on Monday too. So I'm like, okay. And he's starting his little part-time job as well. So it's like,
ooh-wee.
Chad, look, he need a job. He need to bring in That boy go through paper towels.
I was about to say he got to buy his paper towels.
Okay, he got me his paper towels. His paper towels and water. Child, do you not know I brought a 24-pack of paper towels at the beginning of the week and it's only Friday and it's gone?
I can imagine.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kayla, what are you doing with the paper towels, baby? I'm trying to find out.
Gotta wipe everything.
He does. He
Mm-hmm.
got that OCD thing. He just gotta make sure everything clean.
They all got their little quirks and stuff.
And
my son used to take one square tissue, sis, and just twist it into a point, suck his thumb and play. And put it in his ear, poke it around. It's like, I don't want that.
Like
find him in the couch.
Oh, see, I was like, well, what's going on with that? That was oh my God. I mean, he just, he washes his own dishes and stuff. And so one day I just stood and I just watched him. He didn't know I was standing there. And he literally was like, he was wiping it down and then he was looking at it. I guess something was still on it. And he went back and got some more paper towels. And he don't just do it like this. He go like this. The wrap it around.
Yeah. Ooh, child.
And he's Caleb 6'3", so his hands is real big. So just imagine.
That's like 8 or 9 sheets. Goodness.
So he need a job.
Mm-hmm.
He needs to buy his paper.
We need a sponsor. Need
paper
a bounty
towels
sponsor
and flush wipes. Because he does not like regular paper. He don't like toilet tissue. He just won't flush. No. He bougie like his mama.
It's good for him.
I cannot. All right, girl. All right, guys. All right, we about to get out of here. I don't know what time we're gonna start tonight, but so just look out for the thing on the community's wall or something, because I might start at 8:30, might start at 9. Child, you never know. I might start at 12 midnight because I probably can't sleep. So because I know brother and sisters going dancing tonight. So I don't know. Whenever y'all come back, then we probably start whenever you guys are ready. So so we just chop it up for a little bit. I'll reach out to B9 and see what B9 doing and all that kind of stuff, and we can have some fun for a little bit. Right. So having said that, sis, I love you. Thank you.
I love you too. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday, everybody. Weekend. Y'all do good, and we'll see y'all later on. Bye. Peace.
Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic got to say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up, I shoot my shot. Wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this go up. You know it's all net when it go up. Ain't got no other plans, you don't need to understand, ayy. We on overtime, you don't need to understand, ayy. You just show them how to do it when you don't know what to say. Tell me how you plan to win if you plan to play the same. Moving fast, already gone, yeah, but you bringing me back. Try to double cross me, dog, just let me relax. Stop assuming what we doing. Keep it moving, what we doing. Cause it can get bigger, cause it can get please don't play no games with me, I promise I'm too much. Ay, I can never let up even if you had enough. Ay, this ain't for the faint of heart, we always playing rough.